today's video, matatalakay natin ang media literacy and the dimensions of media, and also to define the digital literacy and the four principle of this literacy, and also to appreciate the importance of these literacies to be able to apply them in our real life situations. So keep on watching. I want to remind you that we are already living in the 21st century. We are living in a generation where technology is a big part of our everyday lives. We are also known as I generation because on how dependent we are on the internet and technology. Moreover, this digital generation also paved the way for us to acquire an accessible communication wherein everyone can interact with various of people even outside the country. And we already know that the one function of communication is to inform, right? And this information are shared or conveyed through the use of media. And because of this easy access, varied information spread throughout the media that we can no longer determine whether or which one is accurate or not. That is why this subject is necessary for you to be functionally literate when it comes to media and to all the information that you see online. Now let's talk about media literacy. Media literacy implies having access to media, understanding media, and creating or expressing oneself using media, also defined as education that aims to interest students' understanding and enjoyment on how media works, how they produce meaning, and how they are organized and how they construct reality. Now let's proceed to the dimensions of media. Media has three dimensions. We have access to media, understanding, and creating. So let's tackle them one by one. Access to the media refers to having the use of media such as media habits. So, meaning to say, we are already using this kind of medias such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and many more. Under access to media, we have ability to use functions and navigation competence. So, navigation refers to your competence in using this kind of media. For example, changing TV or radio channels, browsing the internet, and internet links. Next, under access to the media, we also have competence in using media. And one good example is using online system in financial transaction. Yes, it is very true, especially in our time right now, because though we are experiencing COVID-19 pandemic and paying through online transaction is way safer compared to holding the money itself, right? Last, under access to the media, we have knowledge of media regulations and legislations. Knowing these regulations and legislations is a must. You really need to know this, and this is not optional.
First, we have proper exercise of freedom of speech. Next, we have discerning harmful contents like bullying, killing, fighting, and even malicious contents. Next, we have protection from spam and phishing. And last, we have protection of privacy.
Now, let's proceed to access is broken into two dimensions. So we have physical access and manipulation of technology. So for physical access, this refers to the ownership or access to the hardware. And for manipulation of technology, this refers to having the skills to find relevant content through that hardware and ability to use software and the content. Now, for the second dimension, we have understand. So we have to understand the different forms of media on how they work, how they interpret them, how to gain a perspective from their content, and how to form constructive critics of their narratives, okay? So I hope that's clear. Now let's go back to the last dimensions of media. So remember, the first dimension is to access to the media. The second one is to understand. Last is to create. So in media literacy, create means interacting with media. So it includes engaging discussion in the chat rooms and forums with media. Now, let's proceed to the digital literacy and why is it important. Digital literacy is the knowledge, skills, and behaviors demonstrated through the use of digital devices. So, what kind of devices? Of course, anything electronics like iPads, laptops, smartphones, or any kind of interactive learning equipments. Digital literacy is more than simply knowing how to use digital tools. It is the ability to locate, organize, evaluate, understand, and analyze information using digital technology. Identify new concepts, discover knowledge, and create ideas. Tech will prepare students for their future careers, which will include the use of wireless devices. Tech will increase diversity of learning styles. It gives students a chance to interact and imagine. Students are able to access the most up-to-date information, and students now have access to digital libraries all over the world. Now let's proceed to the four dimensions of digital literacy. The first one is comprehensive, extracting implicit and explicit ideas. Second is interdependence, meaningfully connecting relevant and symbiotic digital media. Third is social factors, sharing timely and relevant data within relevant network. Fourth is curation, storing and organizing data in accessible ways. So that's all for today. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Hanggang sa sunod!
Ika